If you've hit at least 5 or 6 of these, then you have done all the foundations that should work really, really well.
Exciting times, and we wish everyone the best Q4. May the odds be ever in your favour.
Yeah, we hope we heard a few bingos from afar at the end of this episode. Welcome back to Generate Growth, the podcast where we talk all things e-com, marketing and growth. Today is a little bit of a chaotic one, as if that's not the standard here. We're going to be doing Q4 readiness bingo. Bingo house. So get your dabbers ready.
Dobbers.
I think it's Dobbers.
I think it's Dobbers, but we had a debate, didn't we? Maybe it's England versus Scotland.
Yeah, because your nan said Dobbers and mine said Dabbers.
And
so.
I'm from a Scottish background.
Yeah, so I can already see the content on this now. It's going to be like a Mol's nan versus Caitlin's nan thing, and they've probably got boxing gloves on and all sorts. But
Let's do it.
We'll have to make sure Sheena sends us a message and asks for pictures of them both. Pop in to-do list. So basically what we're going to be doing today is something a little bit different. So we're going to be speaking to our clients that are about 50 to 100k a month and establishing what Q4 ready actually means and just being fun with it.
Yeah.
Like, these are the things that would be for us a sign that you are ready for Q4.
Yeah.
So while we're joking, they're kind of like a crucial step. So the more dabs that you can get, the better Q4 you're going to have. So when we say Q4 ready, what are we actually talking about and what we're going to be looking to score today?
So basically being Q4 ready is being ready for Q4. But ultimately what it is preparing for that big Black Friday weekend, making sure that you got your Christmas shipping and delivery dates all sorted. You've got your content strategy, your email strategy all aligned so that you can make the biggest impact during that period and make the most cash.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. So I'm going to keep this one quick fire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bingo square and you're going to talk through the importance of it, basically.
Yep.
So bingo square number 1, do you have a promo plan, even a rough one?
Promo plan is basically making sure that you've got, right, for the entirety of Q4 and potentially even before. We speak about September a lot with promos and back to school, and making sure in the lead up to Q4 and during Q4, you're testing your promos, you're trying to see what your audience resonates with so that when the big weekend does come, you can just set something alight and it'll hopefully get you the biggest return in revenue. But also what comes after that period is, you know, that kind of window between Black Friday and going on to Christmas, making sure that you've got anything that you would kind of like to push during that period fleshed out as well. So if that's quicker shipping for a reduced rate, that is going to be so important, and knowing your shipping cut-off dates for that period as well. Then we've got Q5, that tiny bit in between Christmas and New Year when everyone's slobbing it at home and eating a lot. That's a prime window for targeting people again who might just have had Christmas money. So making sure that you've got potential email strategy line up to speak to your existing customers, keeping your ads running with a fresh narrative during that period as well is super important. So kind of the promo plan is making sure that you've got everything fleshed out in a nice simplistic way, ready for testing and ready to be dynamic if it doesn't work.
Bingo square 2, social proof assets ready to deploy.
Get your reviews mined now. So you've got your 5-star reviews, which will tell you everything that's great about your product. Will be great for creative cadence, making sure that you're baking that into why customers love you, so you can get that out and about in your creative strategy. With your 3 stars, they're telling you a lot of information as well. It will be where that you can just do those slight tweaks to maybe improve their overall experience. Might be your website's a little bit too slow, usually falls into here, shipping's a bit too expensive, they didn't get it delivered as quickly as they would like. It might be there's something about the sizing of the products, all those things that you can start to bake into your product pages and things like that to overcome any kind of commitment issues to getting them over the line and getting them purchasing during this period. And your 1 stars, 2 stars, you should be paying massive attention to, because that's where your brand can really start to harness what's happening. But obviously this year we've got AI discoverability going to be a huge part and something we expect to change the game entirely in terms of shopping during Q4. So making sure that your reviews are as clean as possible and getting those as high as possible is going to mean that you get featured favourably on your LLMs as well.
Yeah. Bingo square 3 is email doing the real work. And I feel like I'm throwing this one back over to you when you're the ads girly.
Yeah, when it's more your remit. But making sure your automations are set up specifically for Black Friday.
Absolutely.
They reflect your messaging entirely. Making sure your segmentation's built out. People who have been looking at specific product lines, specific collections, where they got up to in terms of your funnel. Are they brand new and they've not even really checked anything out? Right to they're just about to purchase, they just need to be pushed over the line. And building that into a segmented strategy to make sure that during the weekend you can be dynamic in itself if you need to be, but ultimately building out a game plan of, the cadence of send, who you're going to be sending to and how you're going to be communicating with them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And reading that Klaviyo deliverability score as well.
Big one.
While it is a little bit rudimentary because it's literally just a score out of 100, it makes it completely tangible. And if you're managing your own account or you've got an agency managing your account and you're not kind of convinced whether your emails are landing well, if they're landing in junk, etc., it will make it very tangible for you. If you're below 70, I would say, is definitely cause for concern, and I'd be looking at getting that fixed. But that is reading all the core 5 metrics: your open rate, click rate, unsubscribe rate, spam complaint, and placed order rate as well. If I already went through that one, I feel like I ran them off really quick. It's monitoring all them, so it is giving a really good overview of how both your campaigns and flows are performing in the account.
And invest in SMS. It's a huge one during that period.
Yeah, SMS is your friend. Some people like SMS, so use it.
Yeah.
Bingo square 4, can your store handle a spike?
So this is making sure that your inventory levels are where they need to be, understanding where your hero products are, if they can hold the test of time during the period. But also it comes down to the logistics of your store as well. Is it easy to navigate? Has the speed been improved? And making sure on top of that everything is readable, because we're noticing that we're entering a no-click environment. So the first click could potentially come through an LLM. So that is needed to have a lot of rich data. So making sure that you've got an AI-friendly store during this Black Friday period, I think, is going to be a huge one, because I can see shoppers already lining up to type, what's the best discount for X during that period, so that they can cut out all the hard selling within the social media platforms.
Yeah, well, I did that last year on AI,
can see it,
and it was rudimentary then. So
it's going to be more dynamic this year.
It's going to be better this year.
Yeah.
Bingo square 5, is there an inventory plan set up?
Also kind of leaning into that one. So making sure that your stock is attached to and attributed to a certain amount of revenue. This is a huge one where we see a lot of clients fall flat. They think that every one product is the same in a store and they're not building a specific game plan around specific products. If you've got bestsellers, attaching a percentage of what you predict based on previous analytics is going to happen during that period will allow you to forecast your stock levels a lot easier. So making sure that you're isolating your bestsellers, understanding what stock may have just been sitting gathering dust on the shelf for the past year, so you want to get rid of and work through, so you can discount heavily to free up that warehouse space, all that good stuff, to make sure it's baked into something that's going to be as fruitful as possible for you.
Yeah, and bingo square 6 is, are you ready to collaborate with your collaborators? So your team, your agency, your freelancers, etc.
No one knows what you don't know. So you need to be in the know, get a plan organised and set up, and work dynamically with your partners, your team, to ensure that that's being communicated effectively. And fundamentally, be ready to hear the feedback and the constructive criticism that might be served to you, because it might be that you think you've got something right based on your own existing data or experience, but you're about to be fed a spoonful of truth. So listen to your third parties, listen to your data, and ultimately make informed decisions on the back of that.
Yeah, so obviously we've been through all of our bingo squares. We've laid down our Q4 readiness on the table. So basically we want to make it tangible what these scores mean if you have been closely keeping up with us. So basically, if you're looking at a 1 or a 2 of these and you're actually hitting these, then those fundamentals do really need to be addressed and you really need to get that clarity. So in terms of our previous episodes, actually, there's probably some really good ones there to get you started. So, looking at the unsexy decisions and things like that, we'll make sure these are all linked as well in the description. If you're looking at about a mid, so at about a 3 or 4, then that social proofing and that promos probably needs tightening, and we can do a little bit of work there. Obviously, if you've got a high score, then it's literally just refining and executing things cleanly. You know, it's making sure that you're protecting your piece. It's making sure you're protecting your team's piece.
And getting ready.
Yeah. Like getting ready for a successful Black Friday, because if you've hit at least 5 or 6 of these, then you have done all the foundations that should work really, really well.
100%. It's time to start testing and then scaling.
Absolutely. So yeah, I hope everyone's been able to follow along with the Dobbers or the Dobbers. I hope everyone is at a 5 and a 6, but if not, I think definitely time to go back and shameless plug, watch some of our old podcasts, because there'll be some good stuff in there to help you get ready.
Yeah, exciting times, and we wish everyone the best Q4. May the odds be ever in your favour.
Yeah, we hope we heard a few bingos from afar at the end of this episode. Okay, that is everything for now. Our next podcast episode we haven't yet planned yet, so it's a little bit of a exciting one for us. Who knows what we've got in store? Hopefully it'll be speaking a lot more about the AI stuff that you've been drip feeding
throughout all these episodes. Let's get AI friendly.
But first and foremost, have a successful Black Friday. Should we sign up the way that we sign up Team Meet?
Let's do it.